Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Golden Sun. When last we left off, Isaac won the Colosso by cheating. A lot. He and his friends cheated as much as they possibly could to ensure that Isaac won. But in the end, Isaac had to win because he's the protagonist of a role-playing game. Well, he could have lost, but we didn't lose, which means that we'll get the reward. Will it be a big pile of gold, a medal, a trophy? We have to go talk to Babi to find out. But first, let's go and talk to you, shall we? No one's going to sleep in this big bedroom until the next Colosso. Even so, we still have to keep it cleaned up. I hate that. Would you rather the room be filled with dust and grime? I wouldn't. Would this room get very dusty if I didn't clean it all year? Yes, it would. Yeah, that won't do. I guess I'll just have to tidy up. Just tidy up a little bit every day, and you'll keep on top of it, no problem. We're gonna go and find Babi. He's probably in the throne room. Hello, you. Did you meet with Babi? No, not yet. I've literally just got up. Why aren't you going to meet with Babi to discuss things? Plot-related things. Very important plot-related things. He wants to talk to you before you leave. Don't worry, we'll talk to him. I haven't seen much of Babi lately. It's as if he's afraid of something. What in the world could frighten him? Well, I can think of one thing that would frighten him. A lot. And we're going to go and talk about that right now. Is he in the throne room? There's only one way to find out. And he is. I've been waiting for you and your companions, Isaac. Thanks for waiting. We weren't going to be that long. The plot demanded that we see you. I've been waiting here because I wanted to speak with you about the plot. It's very important after all. It's hard to talk when you're so far away. Come over here. At least the game is pointing out that the camera has gone up beyond the party. I like that. And advance we do. Hello. The battles at Colosso were spectacular. Mind you, I didn't actually see what was going on. It was a bit peculiar. You just seemed to be hitting him with something that was entirely invisible. Was that psynergy? It was psynergy. Alright, I'll just take all of that as psynergy and just nod my head. It was most rewarding to see Babi's favorite warrior steal the day. This is the most profitable Colosso we've ever had. Iodem, bring him the victor's prize. Yes, sir, right away. It's unlikely to be a massive pile of gold because there wasn't a massive pile of gold there. Is it a medal? A trophy? It's a cap. Isaac received the lure cap. Isaac got the lure cap. It has quite a useful ability. Incidentally, Isaac, are you feeling better now? Yes, thank you. Ah, the recuperative powers of youth, and after such fierce battles. That is a little bit, right on the nose there, Iodem, considering what the conversation is going to be about. You could expect less from the warriors who rescued me. The protagonists. Enough of the flattery. Let's get to the point. Why were we summoned? That is really not how you talk to Babi, Garrett. Such insolence! Who do you think you are to speak to Babi so? Let it be, Iodem. There are other ways to judge a man. What is it you said you were called? Well, he's talking to you, Garrett. Ah, yes, he is. That's right, Garrett. We shall explain all. We intended to thank you and your companions for saving Babi, Isaac. With money? But it would seem that gratitude is not enough. Money? I have disclosed everything to Iodem. He is now as knowledgeable as I am about the plot. It was eye-opening to him, so I'm just an NPC in a video game? I'm afraid so. My whole life, just try not to think about it. What do you mean by everything? You do wish to know more about Lemuria, correct? Yes, we do. Yes, indeed. Your desire is as plain as day. By the way, it's night right now. I have just seen psynergy for the first time. It is an awesome power, even though I didn't actually see it. But I did see it. Or rather, I saw its effect, trying not to think about it. Alright. I used my cloak ball to show him psynergy. Ah, that's how he saw it. No one else could see it, but I knew Isaac's tournament was strange. I thought it unlikely that you would fight using such power. No need to be ashamed, Isaac. Psynergy is also a warrior's power. I first learned of your power, I was shocked. I thought you might be Lemurians. You have mentioned Lemuria many times, Babi. What is it? Well, it is the city of an ancient people, lying far out to sea. They're very ancient and very powerful, as all ancient civilizations tend to be in role-playing games. And the party looks to one another. Many years ago, about the time of the Great Flood, Babi went to Lemuria. I see. And the Great Flood struck while I was traveling with Lumpa. Lumpa? You mean Lumpa the thief? I know it is hard to believe. It happened 100 years ago. He's very old. You mean those rumors about you are true? Oh yes. Kraden once mentioned the Stone of Sages. Do you think that's what did it? No, actually, maybe? Why not? So the stone that grants immortality came from Lemuria? So you've even heard of the Stone of Sages. I'm afraid I don't have it. Well, that's a problem for you. It is the draft of Lemuria that has allowed me to live for so long. The draft of Lemuria? The item that we went to go and get, Mia, is the draft of Lemuria. The item that kept Babi from dying for a very long time. It is a magical draft, once taken by those who lived in Lemuria. And just drinking stops you from aging? Is that what it does? More accurate to say it slows the aging process. There is death in Lemuria, and it only comes to those whose senses have failed from centuries of use. Do the people of Lemuria use psynergy like we do? Probably. You have that draft, Babi. That's why you've lived so long. Thanks for the summary there, Ivan. And become wealthy enough to rule Tolby. Indeed. Thanks for the summary, Ivan. What are you getting at? Well? What is your purpose in making everyone study alchemy? Probably to figure out how he doesn't die. I'm starting to wonder myself. What do you hope to gain, Babi? Ah, if I had attained true immortality, there would be no need for all this research. I'm not sure I understand. I do. I had a precious little draft, and now I am running out. Uh-oh. You all saw it. There is but little left in the cave. How long will it last? And what will happen when it runs out? It will run out any day now, and when it does, my life is at its end. Well, that's not great. Why didn't you tell us sooner? We must hurry to Lemuria. It is pointless. What on earth do you mean, pointless? We cannot find Lemuria. But you just said that it lies far out at sea. We have boats, we have maps, we could totally find it. If we search the seas, we're sure to find it. I've sent so many ships in the past in search of Lemuria. It must have been long before I joined you, but still you failed? I needed more Lemurian draft, but I couldn't find Lemuria. Why did you collapse in the cave if you still have more draft? I have been rationing it, but this time I waited too long between drinks. You were trying to make it last longer. I overexerted myself trying to find Lemuria before it ran out. your reason for calling us here has to do with Lemuria? Indeed it does, Ivan. Exactly. I want you to find Lemuria. And that is quite a big ask. Very big. I have not been able to locate Lemuria by sea, but perhaps by air. I can hide it no longer. I have built Babi Lighthouse to see if I can find Lemuria at sea. And that explains why he wants to build it very quickly. What? That's why you're building the lighthouse? So that you don't die? Wouldn't you do so if you had the option of living forever? I don't know. Exactly. Everybody has their own opinion on death, Iadem. And I do not wish to face it. But everyone dies eventually. Everyone does. But I would like as long as possible before I see death. I may not get that wish. No, there's more to it than that. We've spotted something in the ocean southeast of the lighthouse, where Lemuria should be. Something dangerous, no doubt? What, monsters? We can handle them. That may be. However, something else troubles me more. What is that, my lord? No sailor has been able to keep his bearings at sea. You're kidding? You mean they can't even keep a straight course? Is there something that distorts distance or direction or something? The current shift there, subtly changing a ship's direction. So the lighthouse will help the ships keep their bearings. It's almost like there's some sort of magical defense against that area. Do you really think so? Well, it would be block contrived enough, wouldn't it? I suppose so. So how exactly did you get away from Lemuria after the flood, Babi? That is the thing, Garrett. Go on. I crossed the sea in a Lemurian ship. I am hoping you can sail it. But why us, when you have so many powerful soldiers at your disposal? Probably because we're adepts, Mia. None of them have the ability to use psynergy. As I said, none of them are adepts. One must have psynergy to sail this ship. Then that would mean that Babi is an adept, wouldn't it? No, it doesn't. It means that he had an adept in his party. But Isaac, no normal person could master the cloak ball. I learned to use a little psynergy during my stay in Lemuria. With what little I'd learned, I was able to guide the ship. In that case, perhaps I could sail the ship. No, it must be an adept. It's never really explained if Babi is an adept or not. I mean, he says he learned to use a little. I mean, does he have the power, or does he have a way to manipulate the psynergy energies of the world? It's never really explained. What should we do, Isaac? Will you do what he wants? Well, of course we will. The plot demands it. If you do, I will grant you whatever you wish. That's a lot of stuff. You shouldn't make vows you will later find you cannot keep. Wow, that's rather deep there, Mia. Are you saying that either he won't pay out or we won't be able to find it? Who can say, eh? I haven't even considered my own wishes lately. In that case, I can provide you with a wealth of items you might like. Babi's offer is very generous. You will consider going, won't you? Of course we will! Isaac, we have to beat Felix and the others to the lighthouse. The lighthouse? Do you mean Venus Lighthouse? Thanks for the plot dump there, Iadem. Well then, our paths are intertwined. I too must go to Venus Lighthouse. We cannot get to the top of Venus Lighthouse, can we? These adepts may be able to solve the riddle that blocks us. Ah, I see. The thought hadn't occurred to me. We are, after all, the protagonists. We're really good at solving puzzles. Isaac, you shall go to Venus Lighthouse with Iodem. I don't think he's happy about it. Do not worry. You can take care of your own business first. Thank you very much, which means that we're going to be going and, doing some things. I see. If they can solve the riddle of the lighthouse, then our own wishes will have been fulfilled. So we can search for Lemuria after they complete their own quest. Is that acceptable? More than acceptable! Ah, you will undertake this quest. I am most grateful, because if you don't, I will die. In any case, you will need my assistance to reach the lighthouse. I'll make preparations so that I am ready to leave at any time. I will take my leave now to make preparations. Then you can all meet at Gondawan Passage. That's a brilliant idea. One more thing. I'd like you to think about a suitable reward. Yes, I will take care of that immediately as well. And off he goes. I shall be waiting for you at the passage. And off he goes. And off he goes as well. Your first task shall be the riddles of Venus Lighthouse. I am counting on you, Isaac. And off he goes to bed. And we all nod to each other. There is one more item we need, however. And it's going to be down here. That item there. We need it. Sleeping a lot helps to delay the need to drink more draft. If you find Lemuria and return with more draft, I won't have to do this. I wish I had met you and your companions sooner, Isaac, but I suppose it was not fated to be. I'm sure you'll be fine. Babi's face is very pale, like that of a dead man. It's no use worrying, though. There's nothing we can do about it. If something happens to Babi, what will become of Tolby? Just thinking about it frightens me. Can we get this item? You found the cloak ball. Isaac, is that cloak ball what you desire? It is! That cloak ball is very precious to me. I can't just give it away. Well, that's a shame. But perhaps you could borrow it. Take it with you on your quest. Thank you. We have the cloak ball. We need this item. We need this item to go back to Lumber. Remember there? Remember Master Hammett? We're actually going to go and rescue him. Because now we have the item we need to make that possible. But first, we're going to have a look around and talk to everyone that we can. Starting with anybody that's down here. Hello everyone down here. Once Babi Lighthouse is complete, I'd like to move there. Are you sure there'll be, rooms there? I'll spend my time poring over the Venus ruins. The relationship between alchemy and the Venus ruins seems strong. I'll solve the riddle of the lighthouse and show them all! I hope he can't hear my thoughts. Oh, how could he hear my thoughts? It's not like he's reading my... You were reading my mind, weren't you? Oh dear. You folks seem to know quite a bit about Kraden, don't you? Yes, we do. We haven't heard from him in years. To think he was in your village. I wonder if he ever found the legendary elemental stars. Well, funny you should ask. I want to see Kraden reveal something about alchemy to him. Well, what would you like to reveal? You could tell us. No, I have to reveal it to him specifically. So you'll never hear about it. Alchemy teaches that the four elements, earth, water, fire, wind, and heart, wait, is that four? No, wait, it's only four. Form the basis for everything. You can create anything by combining those elements. There's got to be a good reason for calling the four elementals the four great bases. If we can find out why, we might turn lead into gold. Or we could just go and mine gold. That's far easier, actually. I'm sure Kraden would stop by if he ever came through here again. Babi took very good care of Kraden. There must be a reason why Kraden has not returned to Tolby. Well, he kind of got kidnapped and... Wait, he got kidnapped? Why didn't you stop him? Well, with that, we're going to go. If the riddle of the Venus ruins was solved, we wouldn't have to build Babi Lighthouse. We continue to study, but we make little progress. Well, what sort of unfathomable riddles are hiding in the Venus ruins. We'll find out eventually, but not right now. We're just going to go over here, and then we're going to head this way, because there are more places for us to explore, like up here. Hello, you! The girl from Lalavero is no longer here. She has left for Lalavero with the soldiers going to Babi Lighthouse. I'm sure nothing terrible will happen to her. Something terrible is going to happen to her, isn't it? It seemed only natural that Sheba should return to Lalavero, but who ordered it? I wonder who did. Hello, you! I'm surprised Sheba was allowed to return to Lalavero like that. At least she won't be homesick any longer. I'm so relieved Sheba has returned to her hometown, but now that she's gone, I find I miss her a little. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll see her again. Not you, but we'll see her again. Alright, we can't go down here, unfortunately. Babi was found safe and sound, and Colosso ended without incident. We're relieved everything went so well. But those final matches, they were something, weren't they? Oh wait, you're the champion, aren't you? Why are you wearing that funny cap? Wait, that's your reward? Oh, I thought it would be a little bit more awesome? I was hoping I'd be the one to find Babi. Oh well, it's too late now. It is indeed too late now. We're just gonna finish exploring the palace here, and then when... Ooh, there's a few more doors for us to go into. Let's have a look here first, before we come back next time. So you're all from the eastern shores of the Kikoskia Sea, huh? Do you want to go back already? No, we're fine here. You don't? That's great. Babi will be very happy to hear it. We're going to be going back that way anyway. It would be a waste to let you leave, Isaac. I certainly will not tell you how to return to the east. Oh, don't worry. We know how to return to the east. We most certainly do. And now we're going to go into here and talk to all the guards that are... There are many guards in here. The southern continent is a dangerous place. If you ever go there, you'll know I prefer Angara. There truly is no more peaceful land. I want that lighthouse finished quickly so I can say goodbye to Gondowan. Why, is Gondowan dangerous? We're probably going to find out. Now that Colosso is over, I'm going to Gondowan to build Babi Lighthouse. Colosso was ended, so we have to go back to building the lighthouse. I still don't get why Babi wants it finished so soon. Well, it's about the fact that he's going to die. He's going to die? Oh, forget I said that, we're going to go now. And off we go into here. Is there anywhere else for us to look into? I don't think there is. At all. So we're going to go out here and talk to the guards guarding the palace. All the warriors who stayed in the palace left when Colosso ended. Are you folks leaving too? We are indeed. Oh, that's too bad. I bet we could have had a good time together. I'd have took you to the inn, and they'd have told us that there was no room, and then I'd have offered you a beer, but you're too young to drink one, and then I'd have took you gambling, but you're too young to gamble. Actually, why was I going to show you around Tolby? It would have been terrible. All the heroic warriors who took part in Colosso should remain in Tolby. Finding warriors like that is why Babi holds Colosso in the first place. Well, unfortunately, we're protagonists in a game, so we have places to be. I've lost all my enthusiasm since Colosso ended. I can't wait until next year's festival. The end of a festival is always the loneliest time of year. Indeed it is. But we still have places that we need to go. So when we come back, folks, we're going to have a look around Tolby. And then we'll start making our way to Lumpa. Because we have unfinished business there. Unfinished business that we can only start doing now because we have the Cloak Ball. The Cloak Ball is a very important item. And what does this item do? It reduces our defense, but it increases random battles when equipped. Let's just say that at the moment we're going to equip the Cloak Ball and then we're going to give this off to somebody else. We can actually give it to Ivan and Mia, and it's a better item technically, but we're not going to equip it right now. So I'll catch you next time, folks. For when we come back, more exploring of Tolby, and then going to Lumpa. And I'll see you then. Later.